Hey guys, welcome to the fourth episode of Let's Wikipedia. May the force be with you. And the topic of today is the iPhone 7. So this article is currently in the process of an expansion or major restructuring, and we are welcome to assist. So the new iPhone has just been announced by Apple, and therefore it's quite interesting to see that this article is really flagged, really marked as being reconstructed at the moment. So the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus are smartphones designed by Apple. The devices were announced on September 7, 2016 at the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium in San Francisco by the Apple CEO Tim Cook. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus jointly serve as successors to the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. And they are scheduled to be released on the 16th of September, with pre-orders beginning already at the 9th of September. So let's have a look at the hardware upgrades. I mean, as a big Apple fanboy, I of course attached my MacBook to my 12K Thunderbolt display, and I already waited 5 hours for the countdown till the start of the Apple Keynote, and I watched it, and afterwards I had to watch the whole thing again in slow motion just to find out all the new features of the new iPhone. I know, can you actually still make these not jokes? Not. So this year I really saw some of the Apple Keynote, especially the part about the iPhone. And what was really interesting for me was how often they emphasized that the iPhone 7 is actually their most advanced iPhone. I mean, come on, it's not like they could bring out something that is worse than the previous generation. Oh, what's that? It's the new iPhone 7, but don't bother about it. I mean, it can take calls, you can even install ICQ on it, but it's not such a big deal. I mean, if you have the old one, stick to it. It's actually a little bit faster. It's not like this would ever happen. So let's have a look at the actual improvements of the iPhone. So the iPhone 7 features notable hardware upgrades over its predecessor, including a new quad-core system on a chip. So a new quad-core SoC with improved system and graphics performance. Updated displays, water resistance, stereo speakers, upgraded cameras, and a new dual camera system exclusive to the larger 7 Plus model. So quad-core is nice. I mean, the Android fraction already had octa-core processors since 10 years. It feels like it at least. But it's not all about the cores, and Apple still has one of the best integrations of hardware and software. So a quad-core is still more than enough if you use it efficiently. So out of the 4 cores, 2 are high-performance cores that run up to 2 times faster than the iPhone 6. So not of the iPhone 6s, but of the iPhone 6. And 2 are high efficiency cores, which are capable of running at 1/5 of the power. So they can be the battery savers. And therefore they also say that the battery life has increased. The graphics performance is also more powerful, running 3 times faster than an iPhone 6. So they always compare to the iPhone 6 and not the iPhone 6s. So I guess that they aim at the iPhone 6 owners as their main customer group. Then the water resistance might also be a nice feature for a lot of potential customers, because everything that extends the life of your product, if you spend this amount of money, is very welcome. Stereo speakers, nice gimmick if you watch movies or stuff like that. The new iPhone is 2 times louder than the iPhone 6s. Upgraded cameras. Yeah, the camera thing is a little bit special, because a lot of people like the smaller size factor of the normal iPhone. So like the normal iPhone 7 then, and not the iPhone 7 Plus. And because Apple just integrated this feature to the new iPhone 7 Plus, a lot of customers that like the smaller size factor get pissed a little bit, and they think now, why didn't they not implement it to the smaller version too? But they will have their reasons. So actually they have a dual camera system that has a second lens with the same 16 megapixel sensor, I think. And it has a 2x optical zoom integrated. So you have a lot of improved zoom capabilities, and also for making some special effects like to pronounce the person in the foreground and get the background a little bit blurry. You have more options with this dual camera system. It's no surprise that the headphone jack was removed. I think this was announced already long ago, and people always are like, why do you take this away? And I kind of understand their move to go to thinner and more simple designs. But I personally prefer the simplicity to just use any headphone without carrying an extra adapter. So one problem is then that you cannot charge the device and attach headphones to it at the same time. At least the adapter does not cost a fortune. I think it's $9, and they also put one in the box for if you buy the iPhone 7. So the complaints of the people were a little bit milder than if they would say, you have to buy an extra adapter for $40. And I think this info already leaked before to get the people already used to this fact, and then it was not such a wow effect. Because if Apple removes some stuff from the products like additional USB ports, headphone jacks, all the other companies also start thinking, okay, we can leave it away. So it's a trend in a direction that is pro simplicity and wireless features, but at the moment has some downsides in practical use. And the iPhone 7 has more color options than previous models. So now you can also choose a high polished piano black version that will attract fingerprints like no other Apple product has done for a long time now. My first Apple product was an iPod with the first color display, so still no touch. It had the wheel, and this was also a fingerprint magnet. I tried to polish it the whole time, and then you start to see these micro scratches, and I would not go for this piano black version or these high polished versions anymore. And now the options for available storage start at 32 gigs. So before it was always 16 gigabyte, but this is a very good trend that we go for a little bit more storage, especially when you cannot use micro SD cards for expansion. It's good to have some additional storage inside of your device, because we don't only want to rely on cloud services. And now Apple also offers one option with 256 gigabyte of storage, which is quite nice. It's actually more than my MacBook has. So the picture you see here is also the jet black color, where even Apple advises you to use a case for it, because otherwise it might be scratched very easily. And the products are still produced at Foxconn, where there was always some controversy about that. Slogan is "This is 7." Okay. But actually it's the 10th generation of iPhone. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's combine this. 8, 9 and 10. So the operating system is iOS 10, and the design of the iPhone 7 is still quite similar to the one of the 6S, which some people were complaining about. But I think still the design of the iPhone is quite appealing. The home button has a feature called force sensitivity now, which is kind of similar to the force touch on the MacBook. So you don't physically push it, it's just integrated glass with sensors that give you a haptic feedback. Apart from the 4-core CPU, we also have a 6-core graphics chip, which is capable of what they call console-level gaming. So it might beat an actual Super Nintendo in graphics power. So the displays still have the same sizes and resolutions as the last generation. Is it exactly 720p? I think no. The display for the small version, the normal 7 iPhone is 750p. And the iPhone 7 Plus has a 1080p resolution. So this is one of the points that people are complaining about, because the resolutions are not super high, but on the other side you get much better performance and longer battery life if you don't have a 4K display in a little mobile phone integrated. So the rear facing camera of the iPhone 7 comes with a 12 megapixel sensor with optical image stabilization, which is quite nice. And the selfie cam, the front facing camera, is 7 megapixel now, which is actually 5 megapixels more than the iPhone 6. So back at the day, the selfie hype was just getting started. And for the water and dust resistance, it's rated with IPX67, which means the hardware can withstand immersions in up to 1 meter of water for 30 minutes, which would actually be quite nice. So this is really a good trend at the moment, that manufacturers want to make their mobile phones waterproof. I mean, it might be a problem if your battery overheats and let's have a look at the accessories that were also presented. So because they removed the headphone jack, they also wanted to promote their new wireless Bluetooth in-ear headphones, which have a controversial design, so I think not everybody will like it. And also, if they fall out of your ears, this might be really problematic if you lose them, because they're not so cheap, $150 or something like that. So these are the most important infos that we have for now. If you watch this video now and you already have an iPhone lying in front of you, feel free to comment. Do you like the product, the design, and is the picture quality okay for you? What do you think of it? Do you like it? Would you recommend buying it also for people that already own an iPhone 6 or 6S? Thanks for watching, listening, tuning in, and have a nice day. See you in the next one.